Hey everyone, let's build and take a look at the Playful Cat by LEGO Creator 3-in-1. This is set number 31163, contains 407 pieces, retails for $24.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. It looks like we got a kitten with a ball of yarn and a mouse and a little dish there. And if you choose, you can build between, looks like a pigeon. That's what I'm gathering that is, or an adorable puppy dog. And just by first impressions, yeah, the color palette looks like we're going to be in for a bellyache feast today. And yeah, it is what it is. That's what some of you have said. Everything's paper, so we can't tell. So LEGO's trying to hide some stuff from us here. 3 number bags, and those number bags only apply to the main model, so you know. Now, I am going to eventually have the other 2 models posted on this channel. I just got to get through the regular reviews first before I even tackle that. So let me get everything situated here. Let me back this up. Because now we're going to begin with the bellyache feast. Now, I'm not really into brick-built animals. Let me plug this in here. So, you know, they're just not my thing, really, to be honest. And let me kind of tone the brightness down here. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't really come prepared, but here's the deal. I'm not in the mood to do any filming today, but I have to get these. I only have like 10 more sets to film, including this one. Let's begin. Let's build it. Okay. Well, so far it looks pretty good. We've got colors in this bag. I don't know what parts for building here. We got 2 smaller bags, so does this come with a brick separator? Indeed it does. Some of you have been asking, I need to start mentioning about the brick separator, so I tried to keep that in my videos. Today is the 5th of January 2025. So I'm trying to do is get everything done by the 13th, pretty much on the 12th, because I got construction going on here once again. And yeah, that's something I'm not looking forward to. But even on my days off, it's still work. That's a whole other rant there. So looks like we're going to be building maybe a mouse. Okay. Let's see, does it even tell us here? I think that's what that is, a little toy mouse. Alright. So you practically have to unbag everything before you can even start the first part. And right now I've been trying to get done with a lot of the set buildings right now. I am right now processing the mix set, the fire engine and the helicopter remix stuff. That wasn't too bad of a build, just, you know, that was just how it is. Oh, that's a dark orange. Probably tell the difference there. And I'm just now getting done with the little fire engine, the little kitty set. And just trying to get stuff done, you know, and so I can go back to doing tutorials again. I know some of you have been asking about them, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it, so yeah, that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm assuming that these are mirrored on both sides. And yeah, so today I was watching some YouTube videos, and I noticed somebody that had stopped watching his channel a long time ago, and just due to the political commentary, he kept flushing down everybody's throat. And I thought, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. So I thought, okay, I'll just watch one of his videos. It was something I actually have in my collection. He was doing a troubleshoot video. And I thought, okay, cool. And so I was watching it. Within 5 minutes, he starts political commentary. And I just thought, oh, you haven't changed one bit. So I just let it slide. About 20 more minutes into the video, he starts in again, and complaining about, you know, how prices are going to be and all that stuff. And I just thought, well, you voted for him. And I left it at that. And I just, YouTube has a feature that we could just ignore channels we don't want to see in our feed anymore. So I just told YouTube, don't show me this guy's videos. It was something I was interested to, and I just thought, dude, and that's one thing on here you never see me do is get in political talk on here. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to say, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's swirled into Lego builds. We don't need to be doing all that. Like right now, we're looking at this. At least we're messing with medium azure. And I think, you know, yeah, everybody's got freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want, but I didn't want to hear it. So I thought, oh, what a shame. And that's the little toy mouse there. That's not too bad. Now it looks like we're doing a ball of yarn. At least this set's got color. You know, I've done some before that were just dingy, you know, like the, what was that one I did? The bunny and the panda bear. But we got a little bit of everything. I want to see that. I don't want to open up. I'm just staring at a bag full of gray and black bricks. That would not be fun at all. But we're hoping here. See, I'm starting to see that reddish orange just poking through all this more and more. Now, you know, just all fairness though, I'm not into brick built animals at all. You know. Oh, that comes in dark orange. That'd be kind of a cool color. We only got one? Wow, Lego being stingy there. I'm just not into the brick-built animals. And, you know, I kind of want to do something else. I have a bunch of sets that I'm trying to get through right now, and I've kind of backed myself or painted myself into a corner because now I'm just trying to get done with a lot of these here. Now, I did get a comment on my main channel, you know, why does Lego Creator use pieces in the weirdest places? Because they're trying to use this, they're trying to make a generic lot, and what they do is they're trying to make it to where you can use the same pieces for 3 builds. So the main model actually uses pretty much every piece, and the other models they don't quite. So that's why they do that. These work good for making awnings for campers. Matter of fact, this orange looks like Caltran orange, the road construction. You know, Department of Transportation orange out here. Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. You know what that means? In a few months, everybody's going to be hitting the road. You know what you're going to be hitting a lot of? Road construction. I send my condolences. Who wants to go through that? And yeah, even if you're just heading to work, guess what I have to hit every day? Road construction. We need to make 3 of those. So, you know, it is what it is. But Lego now is starting to get a lot of colors in their palette. Then what will happen is once you get the colors that you need, you can build pretty much whatever your imagination will let you. I'm working right here. I need to turn this a bit more here. There we go. And then after that, we just kind of wrap it around here. So it does look like a ball of yarn. I mean, with just the different colors. That looks pretty good. Except for that, it's almost like a little ball or a die. Okay, now it looks like we're doing the string thing here. Yeah, but I've been kind of scanning YouTube for just other things to watch and kind of trying to find just some more interesting stuff just to kind of just listen in the background. We all agree in our Discord group, though. A lot of us just watch YouTube just to listen to things. Like I use YouTube mostly for a radio or for something with background noise that I can hear. It's like some guys, they have these webcams, they're streaming live with no audio whatsoever. I'm thinking, well, that's lame. I want to hear some background noise, not just silence. It's like, and there's some that they mute it just because of the copyright police. Yeah. Alrighty. I think I'm getting a relapse of this cold. I know my throat's dry. I'm very fatigued out. But also I've been doing a lot of stuff around here too. So I've not been kind of, you know, just kind of out of it a little bit. And yeah, so that's indeed what this is. There's a piece of yarn. Let me put it up here so you can see it better. You know, so that looks pretty cool. All right, so now we're building the little dish here for the cat food. You know, despite these little plates with bow. Uh-oh, is that is that a... It's got a red dot, a green dot on it. Looks like it's ink or something. Did that come off? Looks like Lego's quality control kind of slipped there. So I don't think that's printed in anything. Because it tells me to use... Wait. Unless that dot there was this. But I don't know. I think that might have just been a defect. So if you get something like that, I see it doesn't look like anything, but you know, I mean, I may have to ding off for that, we don't know. So we just take 3 of these in here. Start with our tans. And take the 3 hearts. Looks like dog food, doesn't it? Now it's cat food. And then these go in here. And that's what you have to do there. Just set them inside, so that's it. So it looks like bag 1 is doing accessories. Well, maybe not. We're going to start doing the kitten now. Now, one of the things I'm looking for, can this be a collaborative build? Can we all sit down and build together? I don't know. So far, it's just one person can do this. And using these, it tells me right now we're going to be building the torso first. And yeah. But I got to go check on something. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay. Like I said, I'm doing so many set reviews right now, I gotta keep up on them. I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Well, I could use that for terrain. You know what? This set's got a lot of parts in here, slopes and stuff. They'd be good for rock terrain. This might be a winner after all. Is it keeping my interest so far? Yes, I'm not getting bored of it. We've got a little bit of every color here. Just gotta find the gray color. Yeah, I cannot find another one of those. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is, upside down. Okay. Okay, don't put that in there yet. Making mistakes here already. Whoops, don't want to get too carried away. We've got the Brick Separator to help us with it. So at least the set comes with the tool. But, you know, with creator sets, they usually come with that because they want you to tear it apart and make something else. Yeah. And Lego does kind of emphasize on these sets for imaginative play, which is always good. You got to imagine things. You get into computer programming or engineering, there's a lot of imagination you're going to have to do. It's not done for you. You're going to have to imagine and pull the ideas out of your head. Okay, we'll flip that over. But yeah, so far it's not too bad. I'm not bored yet. Jay, you're just looking for a way to fail it. No, I haven't failed anything yet. Got to make 2 of those. I can always use some more of these snot bricks, these right here. You get enough, you can build some really wild stuff. All right, and then these, where these face out. So yeah, this is indeed the torso. Now, what I'm going to do here, when I build this one, if it asks us to join parts, we're going to see if we can do it without joining any pieces until the very end. So let's say that this is a group project. That means builders 2 and 3 right now are assembling the other parts. And if it means we have to attach in the middle of it, then it's not. So I'm hoping this is a collaborative build. And why do I emphasize it? I've had fans ask me, viewers, hey, is this set collaborative? I want to spend time with my child. You know, do you have any sets you recommend? I'm like, because I don't really keep a list. I should put them on my spreadsheet for which ones are collaborative builds. I may have to start doing that. Lego's been indexing it on some of their boxes. But it would be nice to know which one of these sets is meant for a collaborative group build. So you can all build together and just conversate and have fun. Sit out on the patio table by the pool and just build things. It'd always be fun to do. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can get a... Let me see if I can get an area set up so we can do these outside before it gets too hot, so I can start building outside. Be really cool. Can always use those, but I think those are stiff ones, so I could use them for campers. Yeah, I can't believe I built both those Lego City camp. Well, there was a Lego City and Lego Friends camper. Lego Friends camper was kind of wonky. Somebody asked me about the Lego City camper. Did I get it? I'm like, yes. And they asked me if it was really good. And I said, if you've seen one of my camper builds, you're going to like this one. And they're like, oh, is it that good? I said, it's really good. So if you get that camper, I haven't got it reviewed yet. But, I've already filmed it. I just haven't edited it. You get it, you're going to get a good build out of it too. So if you're looking for that one and saying, do you have it up there? No, I don't have it up yet. I'm going to try to get that one done quickly. Oh, there it is. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to shoot for now, is to give you a more of a build experience. That's what you're supposed to look like so far. It doesn't look like anything special, does it? But yeah, so if you're looking for that, it's going to be a while because like I said, right now my main focus is to film everything. And then once I'm done, I can just lay in bed with the laptop and just edit. I can't do that right now. I can do it later though. And that's how that goes on there. Okay, it's like, well, we got a notch there, but we'll see here. Tonight we are going to have barbecue burgers, so I got to get this going so I can get the grill warmed up, ready to go, with tomatoes and lettuce and bacon and all that yummy stuff that we're not supposed to have, but we do it anyways because that's always good for you. Even though if they say it's not, we eat it anyways. That yummy stuff. Just got to make 2 of these now. But yeah. Well, that doesn't go anywhere, does it? Okay, we are missing a part. Now, did I make a mistake somewhere in the build? Let's see, did something go rolling off here? I have a flat tile. Now, Lego has been known to mix parts up in their builds. And these are kind of rare. Let's take a look here. Because, matter of fact, I think they may have sent me the wrong piece. Or did... That wouldn't go there. Let's see here. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to troubleshoot. But I don't... Let me look here in the back of the parts list here. It's in the other building guide, I bet. Let's see, which one contains the parts list? I got just a gray tile that I have billions of. I do have these, but if it does, I have to fail it. Let's see here. Oh, there is one of those tiles there. Let's make sure here. Is the book hiding it? That's the question here. Because the book will eat up the parts. And I don't see where the tile goes. That's sometimes, let me put the brick separator. That's just sometimes I have to deal with this. Now I could have put something in the wrong place and that would have been me. Okay, I did do something wrong here. So I have to take this off here and fix that. So this is disintegrating. Well, thank goodness we got tools to take it apart. Except when they're like that. Well, I have to get that apart somehow. Hey, at least I don't filter and censor these like a lot of the other guys do. Let me get a brick separator that's not being occupied. Okay. And yeah, so I made a mistake. I'll fix that right up. Okay. That goes in. It's like that knot shouldn't have been there. Now that looks better. Hey, I don't claim that I'm a professional at this. I make lots of mistakes, you know. People ask me about that. You ever make mistakes? Oh, you betcha I do. I make several of them. And I feel silly about it too, but then again, it's Lego. I mean, probably about 5 years and I won't be watching these anymore. Alright. Now we're doing the tail here. I'll have these indexed to the point where we can know what we're doing. You know what I'm craving for right now is a barbecue burger. It's only like 2:30 in the afternoon and my nephew's got to work today. And I'm like, I'm not holding dinner back, dude. I'm sorry, but I need food. He doesn't like, he likes the fast food stuff a bit better. I can only take fast food for so long. I'm like, yuck. And there's your tail. Now we just need a sound brick in here with the purring thing. And that's it. Doesn't look like anything special yet. And that concludes bag 1 of the Playful Cat. And this is what we have remaining. Alright, now we're going to move on to bag 2. So I'm going to set everything off to the side here for right now. We're going to see what we have in here. And the goal is now we're going to see, is this a group build or is it a solo build? And yeah, so now we got some color in here so it's not too dingy. Let me pour these over here. I know one of you mentioned, and I still appreciate it, just keep the small parts separate so it's easier to find things. Okay, we're still recording. Good. All right, because I've been filling up memory cards like crazy. And yeah, it looks like maybe indeed. So now we're building the head. All right. Let's see how well this goes. All right. You can build your set any way you want. So right now we're going to pretend that Builder 1 is just starting and I'm starting bag number 2. Can it be built by 2 people now? Does the box even say that this can be built by multiple people? No, it does not. But you can't build, not one person can build the bird or anything like that unless you buy individual copies of sets. And, can you build different animals? No. Only one model, sadly, can be built at a time. But so far, it's pretty easy to build. I haven't had any issues yet. Somebody was asking me about professional sorting trays again. Do I have any recommendations? Yes, butter containers, the tackle boxes at your big box store. Just if the lids can be removed, that's a professional sorting tray. You don't need to be spending $40, $50 on something. I'm just going to say that. I get that question. Jay, I like to get professional sorting trays. What do you recommend? A butter container. Just wash it out. If you got an old tackle box, there you go. Anything with dividers will suffice. And then, you don't need to have, some guys, they have the professional ones that you can connect to one another. I used to sell something like that back in the day, but buying the whole set would be expensive. And I don't really recommend those. You know what I forgot to do? I skipped step 26. Whoops. Oh, look, I'm making mistakes today. Yeah. One of my buddies, he knows how to make a good mean burger, but he doesn't do fries or the milkshake. He goes, man, if I had those, I could just do all this stuff at home. I said, you can do that. I said, you could buy those like a bag of frozen fries. I said, if you have a little deep fryer, you can put them in there or bake them in the oven. I like mine mostly baked. But if he's got a deep fryer. And as far as for the milkshake, you just take some vanilla extract, vanilla ice cream, and some milk. You mix them up in the blender, and there you go. That's about as close as I can get with it. I don't have a milkshake machine, but hey, it tastes just as good. And yeah, so I have to let him know that, hey, that's what I do. Yeah. I very seldom make milkshakes anymore. The sugar high would just makes my body kind of jerk and shake. So it's like making cinnamon toast. I very rarely make it anymore. It's the sugar rush. That's what happens when you get older, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like a head yet, doesn't it? It looks, I don't know what that is, to be honest. And we'll find out eventually. Okay, I have a feeling that we're going to be doing mirrors here. Because why do we have one of these here like this? We got to build the other one, but I figured why not? Okay. So this is the one it tells us, and we stick this right here. I'm assuming this one goes here, like that. So remember, Builder 1 right now is enjoying his time. We're just talking about random stuff. We're talking about milkshakes and having fun. And relaxing and playing video games or something. And then Builder 2 is doing this right now. And I gotta find bricks with bow here that are gray. Uh-oh, did we do something wrong there? Oh, okay, I did. You know what? I leave that there. I made a mistake. I forgot something once again. I forgot to put 2 of these in here. My bad. Whoops. Boy, a lot of this is... I'm going to have to call this my bloopers reel. Somebody had told me I had something backwards on one of my other reviews. I'm like, well, I'll have to put that on the bloopers reel then. You know, at least I'm keeping it real here. You know, I'm not going to just lie to you and tell you I don't make mistakes, because that would be a fib. I was told never to lie like that. So if I make a mistake, just grow a pair and man up to it. And then we do the other side. So we can skip that. And I'm getting files starting to complete now. That's even better, because now I can edit more, but right now I'm filming. It's almost like one of those Duplo bricks. Probably what we're trying to reproduce here. All right. And then we got these. We obviously know what's going in those. And these right here. Starting to look like a face, isn't it? Starting to look like a face. Yeah, the color palette on this thing is now not getting exciting. So at least we got the color fix done, but now it's starting to get kind of bland here. Lego's go-to colors again. All right. Jay, what do you expect? You know, I expect an orange kitten. Why can't we build like Garfield or something? That would be epic. Is to build a Garfield figure. Now that, if Lego produced something like that, now that would be a keeper. And I gotta go check on my files. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. And then now, oh, we put the anime eyes on. I mean, okay. These have got some kind of like metallic blue on them. So they look gray and they're just blue. There you go. That's looking like something more and more now. Okay. And this goes here. And then now sometimes these brick animals, they just look creepy like animatronic figures. You know what, if you could, and I'm sure somebody probably could if they're really inclined to do it, just literally go ham. If you got the Mindstorms with the intelligent brick and you got the knowledge, you can probably make these things fully functional. I don't have that kind of experience nor the patience, because I could do the programming part. Mechanics, robotics, not so much. I don't know how I survived in college, and I had to do robotics, and I was like, wasn't quite my thing. But so I'd have a guy in our group, he didn't like the programming gig, and I said, okay, here's the deal. You do the mechanicals, and I'll do all the paperwork. Deal? Deal. So we did that, and it worked out pretty well. I just told him, I said, I don't care for mechanic. You know, I had to do it. I had to pass. So I had to do my share, but I just didn't care to do it. Oh, sticking your tongue out at me? But yeah, I was just glad to get the robotics stuff done. Alright, and then we stick the tile. Oh, that's what these are for. They're for whiskers. Can you still see what I'm doing? Yeah, I wish I could get closer. If you're on an iPad or something, you can zoom in. But if I bring it up close, I mean, I guess I could. I just don't want the focus to degrade or anything like that. And you just stick those in there. And then now you got the whiskers. All right. Sorry I had to pause there for a second. I had to see who was at the see who was coming up at the door here. Okay. Now we have the head. It looks like it's partially done. Now we're going to have to focus here. And we don't know what this is yet. But at least we got the head done. But what are we building now? We don't know yet. Now, what I'm going to say is, like I said, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build the whole model first. And after that, we'll put all the parts together. We'll call it assembly and setup. That's probably what I'm going to start calling it, assembly and setup. After we build this goofy thing, this goes on the back here. So I'm just going to hold it like this. I don't want to mess with these. And then I'm just going to stick that right in there. Like that. Yeah, it's the doors from my mom. You know, she's starting to get more spoiled with the smart house stuff. She can just pull up the cams or whatever and see who it is. And if you ever watched that one Disney movie called Smart House, yeah, it's not like that, of course. I don't have a virtual maid. We're not that far advanced yet. But I can pull it up on my iPad or any computer in the house, find out if there's somebody in a room or the lights turned on in that room. If somebody's in there, then I can turn them off if I want or something like that. It's meant to be where I don't have to get out of bed and mess with the lights. It looks like we're building the ears. So it's meant to be a power saver feature. Yeah, I got to get some estimates for a paint job for both the house and my car. And I have a feeling the car is going to cost a lot more than the house. House I can paint myself up to a point, but the car, not so much. That requires a spray rig and a booth and all that stuff that I don't have. They were showing a guy on YouTube that was painting the same truck as mine, same model. And he did all his in sections and it looked really good. And I thought, yeah, but he had the spray rig and he had a garage that was separate from his house where he did it. Mine's got a hot water heater, so I can't just do that. But I thought that would be kind of cool. So it looks like these go in here. I don't think it matters which way these go. There we go. Okay, so they just bottom out like that. So I'm trying to show what I'm doing here. I'm just going to shove it in like this. The gray, yeah, the dark gray goes on the inside. And that's how it's supposed to be, like that. Looks pretty good so far, doesn't it? Okay, and now we are continuing on with, looks like the side portions, but it'll be part of the ears. You know, I'm going to try to index these, like I said, because some of you have told me you like the indexing a lot better, except these are supposed to be light gray, not dark gray. So I will do my best to index everything so you can just easily thumb through it. And two, I don't film everything in one sitting, so guess what I do? That's what I do. Okay, now this is not fitting in here at all. Wait a minute. Okay, it goes like that. I was trying to put it on this stud there. Don't put it there. It goes right down there, not like that, like that. Okay, just got to have a little bit of a gap there. We're still missing the back though. Looks like that's next. So at least we got a nice bright color in here for this. And I'm going to go see what's up here. And then this goes back here like that. Okay. Now, the question is, because I only have one of each here. And that's normal. I've seen these a lot of times. That's what we have remaining for bag 2. Can this be attached to that? Indeed it can. But what we're going to do, we're going to wait until the very end here. And then we'll attach it to the body. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. All right, now we'll set these off to the side, and we're going to wrap up with bag 3. And we're going to see if we can build the limbs and anything remaining in here without any attachment to the body of the, what is it, the Playful Cat. Wow, Lego, you snuck that in there on us, huh? And yeah, the color palette doesn't look exciting, but we'll have to work. We'll have to bellyache through this one. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we're building the hindquarters, and I'm assuming that these are going to be mirrors. So just for brevitivity, the one closest to me is going to be the one from the book. And the one over here will be its reflection. Okay. Easy, huh? We haven't messed up yet. Well, I haven't messed up yet. That's pretty good. And then this here now is where it's different. Okay. But this is the main one we're focusing on now. Is that the yarn that the cat's been eating? It worked into its hindquarters? We don't know. All right. And what's the score on this set? I know somebody was disputing me about, you know, the thing on it is, you know, here's the deal. Right now the set is still at a 10. I don't grade for my mistakes. I don't grade if I like the set or not. This is not something I would buy. I will mention that in the review. But I'm looking at, is it collaborative? Could it be built with a group? Is the instructions easy to follow? Is it a playable model? This one's not really playable. So that would be a ding in the score. You know, is it going to keep somebody's interest? If you're into animals, most likely yes. For me, it does not. And I'm not going to fail a set just because I don't want to be like, oh, Philip, because I don't like it. You know, I don't want to do that. That's not fair to you because I know some of you have told me you like the panda bear. I don't know about the bunny rabbit. I hadn't released it yet. So I'm not going to just trash a set just because I don't like it. That's not doing you any good. Okay. Ooh. Okay, well now we know what parts go where. Let's see how I'm doing it like this. It's mirrored. It'll save you a bunch of time. Now sometimes I've been wrong and they're not mirrors, but Yeah, it's all gray, and it's, yeah, not, now I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not really not really colorful now. Jay, you can stick it out. Yeah, I can stick it out. I just need to get past the dull colors here for a bit. Well, the shades actually. No, I don't need those. I'm starting to separate parts. I'm trying to find, okay, they're over there in the small pile, small parts bin. These things here. Because I know some people watch these and make sure they're not missing pieces. I wouldn't use these for that because sometimes I misplace parts. I've been known to do that. Okay, so far so good. That's what yours should look like so far. And these little squash bricks, I'm always looking for these. And yeah, we watched a movie last night called Cinderella's Curse. What was that streaming thing, Peacock? And I was like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't get on her bad side. All right. Lately, I've been finding any good movies to watch. Sometimes I'll find one, but out of like 10 movies, one will actually keep my interest, and the other ones are kind of just like yawn throughs. Like sometimes I'm just falling asleep through a movie. That's how exciting they are. And then sometimes I'll find a movie. It's like, wow, this is really good. Okay, got a couple of those. Jay, do I have to mirror them like you do? No, this is just for brevitivity of the build. You do not have to do this if you choose not to. All right, so if you don't think you can do this, you don't have to mirror or build clones. You can do one at a time. You know, here's the deal. It's your Lego set. You can do it any way you wish. And then now we rotate them to keep them respected. What's the age range on this? 8+? That's about right. But I'm sure a younger builder could put this together. She or he is well disciplined. The age is probably just a recommended, but I'm sure anybody could just say, I can come in here and build this. I don't need to have an age restrict me on it. All right. And then a couple of slopes. Trying to find those. Oh, that's rare you ever see, 45-degree slopes. But that'd be good for making mountain terrain. Both of these would be. Okay, I gotta make 2 of these now. I did read one of your comments about you guys are ready to go camping. I can't remember your name, my apologies, but you were saying something, I think you were from Canada coming down, I think, to California. We're just going to come into the States. So there's some good places to see out here. Depends on what your interests are. And one place that's interesting to me would be kind of cool to explore. If anybody's ever watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I'd like to go visit Devil's Tower one day. Just to kind of see that in person. See if I have any close encounters. Probably with wildlife. And then now these go here like that. I believe, yes, they do. That means this one here goes backwards. I was thinking about. I thought Devil's. I think I remember seeing when I was a kid Devil's Post Pile. Not Devil's Tower though. And hold up. Okay, sorry about that. What were we talking about here? Oh yes, the Devil's Post Pile. That's something I kind of want to see. Or the Devil's Tower. I even looked it up on Google Maps. I was like, yeah. Yep. At least with Google Maps, so we can see what it is. Okay. All right. Okay, flip those back around. But you notice how I'm keeping the legs on their respective sides. Like I said, you do not have to do that at all. Like these are clones of one another. I got the hamburger patties defrosting right now, so we're ready to get those going eventually. And you know, somebody asked me about these. Yeah, you can see a little bit of light coming through there. The reason why I'm pointing that out, I'll show you. That's why they got those highlights in the book. It's almost like they're ready to protrude. And then now we put these right here. Yeah. And then this one goes here. Shows that one there, so I guess that's fine. Okay. All right, now they're asking us to attach this to the cat. I'm not going to do that because right now we're not interested. See, here's the other one. I want to see if this could be built where we can all build separately. That just plugs in. You'd have to depend on the first builder. So now we're going to try it this way. We're going to wait until the very end. We're going to put all the parts together. Okay. And now it looks like we're building the paws. And I have a feeling these are clones. So I'm going to just see here. Are they clones or are they mirrors? We don't know yet. We have no clue. But I have a feeling the way these are facing, I have a feeling they are going to be mirrored. So we'll just treat them as such. Okay. Okay. This one goes like this. And this one here goes backwards. Like that. All right. Yeah, but I'm not too fond of animal-built figures. Yeah, you know, somebody says, why do I accept these? I'm used to older Lego Creator sets. We didn't have, there was some animal figures, but not like what we have today. And for me personally, I'd rather just, you know, not deal with animal figures at all. But if you want to build them all at one time, then you're going to have to do that. And that's what your legs should look like so far. And here's its mirror. And then now it's the tile time. At least these don't have stickers on them. Okay, so these are the front legs. So let's say builder 1 is still doing this. And then now we're going to probably be building paws. So I'm just keeping those there. So just hang on to your parts. And I have a feeling, because we still got a bunch of parts, yeah, we're going to have to build 4 of those and attach them to that. Okay. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. And it looks like this could be built by up to, you know, 3 builders. Remember, builders 1 and 2 right now. Builder 1 is building this part, builder 2 is building that, and I'm building this right now. So I'm thinking of it as like that. Can we do this? Can it be done? Let's try it and see. Because it looks like to me that we can do that. See? And this build here, when I get done building it, this will be one of those ones that we're just going to do the 360 spin, and then that's it. I'm not going to just do the close-up, because I'll just bring it close to the camera at this point. But it will be on a turntable. And then now we put these up tiles on here. They go upwards. Like that. And we got to do that 8 times. 2 on each piece. Or you can even start doing these here too. There's a lot of little pieces in this one. Not too bad, but so that's, we're not even done with one of these yet, but I can put those on the table here. I'm grabbing more of these round pieces for the toes. So I'm just doing these a little bit at a time here and just grab them. You notice I'm not just randomly grabbing something here. We have a couple of extra slopes. So where did these go? Oh, did I forget a part somewhere? No. I have a few extra of these white slopes. I got to check my work. Obviously, they go to something. I think they go here. We didn't put anything on there, did we? Let me take a look here. Now I'm kind of curious here. It shows that. Okay, they do. Let's put those on there because I keep tripping over these. There we go. So that's how you know if you're missing part or you got extra pieces. Did you miss something? Okay, now we got that done. Back to the dreaded feet. And this is what one of these look like right here. Got to make 4 of them. Well, so far I've only made 1 piece solid. It's done. And when I find the round tiles, then I start sticking them on there. I just kind of grab a piece and say, okay, well, I got one that I can see real quick. Let's see, I got 1 done, I got 2 done. Yeah, but I am ready to go on a long, lengthy trip. Get away from technology, computers, anything that like a deadline. I don't want to deal with that. And that's it. We got that done. And this is what we have remaining for bag 3. And then now we're going to put these on here. And like I said, these guys are still working right now. So we're just going to start setting parts up here together. Okay. Okay. And that is it for all the parts. Okay. All right, now let's assemble it together. Okay. So obviously Builder 1 has to have this done before you get everything else done. So now let's see here. Can we just plug these in and they'd be done? You know, that's one. So it looks like this manual is hidden, but 3 people can build this. Okay. And move those around there. Kind of get that mashed down. There we go. Well, we can't forget about this. I think the best thing to do is to grab it like that and just pop it on there. Do it like this. There we go. And that's essentially what it is for assembly. That's not too bad. All right, now I have to find the turntable. I think that may be the best option, but now we have everything done here. And yeah, let me go find that real quick and I'll start setting it up. That shouldn't take too long because I know where the turntable is at. So let's bring this in the frame here and then we'll just kind of do the 360 spin and then the review. And I was pretty pleased with it. What saved this thing from a dreaded score, and I'm going to be honest, we see if it could be done, and yes, up to 3 builders can build simultaneously. Everything can be plugged in at the very end. Makes it better, we get a brick separator with the build. Okay. So now I need to really fix this and get that thing set up. Somebody had said I suggest I put Velcro on the bottom. Not a bad idea. And let me drop this thing down because it's up too high without unplugging wires. Whoops. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to knock your ears into that, or your face into that. My bad. Let me lock those up because I don't like moving the tripod and the legs start coming out all the way. All right. And let's see here. This is called setting up now. So it'll be indexed as assembly and setting up because I'm going to combine those in there. This one doesn't need a whole lot of setting up. Let's make sure I got the horizon leveled here. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then what I can do is raise this up just a little bit and we'll go down here. Now, honestly though, if you're looking for animal figures, and somebody say you set these on your desk, this would be perfect for that. For me, I'm not interested in this type of build, but somebody else will. And I'm not going to just trash this one here whatsoever just because I wasn't interested in it. That kind of thing, because that would not be fair to you who's actually interested. If you are interested in this set, I cannot just be mean and trash a build because I don't like it. I've had some say I faked the reviews because of that. No, what saved this set here is the collaborative build. And let's focus in here. But all in all, though, it's a nice group project for an afternoon. I think you'd probably get this one done with a few buddies in probably about 15-20 minutes. Depends on how motivated you are to get it done. And that's it. I think we're done there. And yeah, well, let's begin the formal tour and review. Here's the Playful Cat all assembled, and it's a very interesting build. And first we got a piece of yarn here, so you know how cats like playing with this stuff. It's very flexible too, so you can put it in every which way. Then, let me reach over here and get this little guy. Got a little toy mouse. Not really a lot to this, it's meant for the cat just to grab onto. And finally, we got ourselves a little dish with cat food or catnip, whatever that is. You know, that's pretty much what that all is there. Now let's go to the star of the show here, which is the Playful Cat. And honestly, this is not a bad build. It's very sturdy, so obviously you can make him move around. You can do that. His head even moves too. It rotates all around. I mean, it looks like he's looking around for something, huh? Give him that ball of yarn to play with. There you go. And he can just do that. And yeah, it's a flexible animal. I mean, can he eat food? His head can only go down so far. He's actually going to have to do that in order to eat. But you can even have him sit down. Let's see here. And the whole point about this is to see exactly how the model is. And he's very flexible. He's very flexible brick animal. So you can do that too and have him just paw this to death here, like that. And honestly, it's a nice, adorable at that. So it is a playful kitten, very flexible, very sturdy. This feels like a very solid build. So we're going to start with the build quality, and you are getting just that, a very solid build. Even this here is pretty sturdy. I had nothing come off while assembling the set except for my mistakes, but those are easily corrected. Maybe the whiskers could flake off, but I didn't have any luck with those falling off, so that's pretty good actually. So pretty much that's what he is for the quality of the build. My build experience, I'd say, was average with this set. I wasn't quite interested in the build. At first, the build started off with bright, colorful bricks, but by the time we got in the middle of bag 2 and 3, you're working with gray and white. So the color palette is lacking with this model. So if you're looking for something with a lot of bright colors, this one really isn't it, but it does have some color in here, as you can tell. So it's a nice addition for the models. Now the Playful Cat does have some play value, as you can tell. You can have him move around, and you can have him walk and all that stuff. So he is a fully movable, playable model. But you wouldn't really be able to put this in a Lego city. Unless you want him as a statue. You could do that. You could put him on a float. It would look really cool. In addition, the set does offer a nice selection of dome bricks, bricks with bow, all that stuff. You could use these pieces for the creations like rock facades, or you can use the parts to make the other 2 models, which is pretty cool. As well as even take parts from your own collection and add it on to this. So I would say this is not really city drop-in ready, but it is possible with this. You could put this on a float and look really good. In addition to play value, this set can be assembled by up to 3 builders. So bag 1 does the cat food, the little mouse, and the yarn, in addition to the torso. Bag 2 does the head, and bag 3 does the front and hind quarters. And at the very end, you can put everything together. So it is possible up to 3 people can assemble this set at the same time. But bag 1 is the one that has the torso, so the other 2 builders will have to wait until this part is done. But at the end, you can put everything together. So it is possible up to 3 builders with this set. And I'm pretty pleased with that because it'll make a nice group project for an afternoon, especially for family or friends, which is really cool. Because who doesn't like group builds? You've got to share the fun. So my final score on this set is going to be a 9 out of 10. The high score is mainly due to group build. The build is strong and sturdy, didn't fall apart. But the color palette's just lacking. And honestly, for me, this set just didn't keep my interest. And no, I'm not going to fail it because I just didn't like it. And I know some of my viewers will like this set and take the Playful Cat and display it on their desk or bookshelf. So it's meant to be a shelf queen. But all in all, though, it is a nice build, just not something of my liking. But tell me what you think.